Going against torment teams is a total nightmare if you come into that battle with your speed boosters. But I found a perfect solution for it, which is Dark Elhain. I recently built this champion for my faction wars, and now she's a good candidate for my arena teams. In this video, I'm going to highlight how she works for my arena now as the counter for torment.
Going to be. Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
I'll tell you right now, she doesn't just work only for torment. She's just your normal Arena Nuker, but with an extra condition for use, and that is for torment special teams. So I found this team right here, and I'm going to fight this battle. Maybe we'll check the normal 1v1 arena and see if I can find other torment teams. It's really hard to find torment teams because they can be countered now. So let's see. Hopefully I don't go first, or even if I go first and boost, that's the whole idea. Let me put it in 1 speed so we can see it properly. At the end of the battle, we'll check out her builds and masteries and all that good stuff that you might want to know about for your own team. Fine, we're going first. So the whole idea is there's a torment here that if you do your speed boost, whether it's from turn meter boost also, whether it's from your arbiter or from Gogorab or from apothecary, any of those champions that can boost your speed or increase your turn meter, torment will freeze, has a chance of freezing your team. And my Dark Elhain will counter whenever there's a freeze. We'll check out her abilities if you're new to this champion. So let me boost up and see who gets frozen. I got frozen and she counters the team. Well, they are tanky, but that's the entire mission. I didn't have decreased defense out there also. They have a, so she's doing 30k 40k damage. She froze again, 26k 21k damage, freeze me again. So that's the entire team. I fell in love with this comp so much that I was looking for torment teams. You see how excited about, I've not been this excited about the champion for a while since I pulled Bigon. I like Nukers, but this Nuker has a special condition. Freeze me, you get nuked. Freeze me again, you get nuked. I think that's a really good freeze me again. It happens once per turn, so she has not taken her turn before she can freeze again, so it doesn't happen all the time. Let me keep Torment alive so he can keep freezing us. I'm not gonna kill him yet. I didn't keep Torment alive, so come on, freeze us. That's it. That's the freeze coming. Oh, I got provoked. Still frozen. Whether I provoke you or not, I still got frozen. Therefore, I'll counter. Counter. He's dead. Oh. I wanted it to keep him alive so I can keep torturing him with his freeze. So that's the best way. This doesn't only work for the arena. It also works for those Doom Tower hard waves that are freezing you. You know, there are a lot of torments in the Doom Tower waves. So let me put it on 2x right now. Her damage is high crit damage. That's how to build this champion. There is no other way to go about it. Let me finish the rest of the run so we can go back to her builds and masteries. I had to come into 3v3 arena to find a torment team. I couldn't find a normal torment team in the other arena. So let's finish this battle. I'm not trying to push for 3v3 or anything. I just had some extra keys and I wanted Dark Elhain to show what she could do. So let me put it on auto. There's no need to fight this on manual. I'm not gonna lose. And it's the end of the week. We have some people putting really strong teams out there. I go first. The arena these days is not all about going first, as you can see now. It's about that going second. So Dark Elhain will fit perfectly for a go second team. So can we find another torment team to terrorize? Refresh. Can we find another one before we look at our masteries? I'm literally looking for torment teams. Oh, we found one over here. Do we go for it, or you got? I think you got enough examples of what Dark Elhain can do with torments. So let me not make this video go any further because we'll look at our masteries and builds. Do we have a torment team here? This is a short fight. No torment teams. So I'm literally looking for torment teams now. It's not about going first or who will go first. Fine, arbiter teams are fine, but with a torment team, it makes it extra special that I'm going to be frozen, and then I will counter attack. So let's take a look at her build and ability first, so you know what she can do for you. She's a member of the Undead Hordes, and this is the faction I recently completed. I had her at level 50 and she was dying a lot, but let's look at her skills first. On her A1, she decreases the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. Decreasing the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted means this champion will naturally be good for the Scarab King or boss, whatever they call him. So you don't need to put her in destroy set. That's what it means. She has this natural ability to decrease the max HP. So that means whenever I go to face the Scarab now, I already have a champion who has a natural decrease enemy's max HP, which is awesome. I already have my, what's his name, doing that job. Where is he? This dude. I have him in destroy set doing that job for the Scarab. So with she and Iron Brago in the Scarab boss, whether it's Doom Tower Hard, they will go down. You just need to put them with a shield champion like Falcon and Lodric. Falcon Heart Lodric. So that's her A1. We strayed away from it so fast. And on the A2, places a 50% increase attack buff on this champion for 2 turns, so she can buff herself. You don't need to increase her attack before she can take a turn. Then attacks all enemies. See, so she doesn't even need Gogorab or Arbiters increase attack. Has a 50% chance of placing 30% decrease speed. That's either now or there. We don't need her for accuracy, so this is not really important. You don't need her to be, get any accuracy to place the decrease speed, except it's for a special use case like the faction was, when you need maybe decrease accuracy on the boss. Decrease speed on the boss. So personally, I wouldn't build this champion with accuracy banner because I don't care about this. She's a nuker, so you should focus on her nukes, not on placing decreased speed. So that's what we are trying to do. Increase attack, then attack. That's the A2. So on her passive, she has 2 passive. The first one fills this champion's storm meter by 25% and instantly activates the Death's Majesty. Skill: whenever this champion or an ally receives a freeze debuff. So whenever it's not a turn, if you see my build, she's kind of slow, about 150 or so. So her turn meter doesn't get filled. So when we get frozen, she gets 25% boost of turn meter, and that is why she instantly takes a turn. Because of that turn meter boost of 25%, which is huge. If you had her in 100 speed or 120 speed, 25% turn meter speed might not let her take a next turn. On this other passive, we have instantly removes any freeze debuff on this champion and replace them with a increased crit rate, increased crit damage, and strengthen. You see what I'm saying? I already have like 270 or 250 crit damage on this champion. Then she increases her crit damage again by 30%. Could you imagine what she's doing right there? So if you have her in 300 crit damage and she increases by 30%, that's another additional 330. I hope that math is correct. So if you don't have enough crit rate on her, she will also increase it. But I didn't build her with less crit rate because of this skill. I built her with full crit rate because I'm not relying on this one. But if you want to be sure, because I want my A1s to also land 100% crit, that's why I went for 100%. But you do not need to put this champion in 100%. This skill is clearly saying you can build her with 70% crit, and that will be perfectly fine. So she will remove the freeze on herself and take a turn. She doesn't really remove the freeze from your allies, so that's there also. Instantly removes any freeze debuffs on this champion. I think it's Pixnil that removes the freeze from your allies. I forget. So that's the 2 passive that makes her so special. She removes the freeze from herself and then attacks. So where is it? Feel the champion meter and instantly activates whenever this champion or an ally receives the freeze. So this one is based on when an ally receives the freeze. Why this one removes the freeze from her if she receives the freeze. So that's why she hit so hard. For my artifacts, I went for crit damage. So it's a broken set. I know I should have gone for crit damage set so I can read about 300% crit damage to make sure everything goes down. But I built this for the faction wars. Remember, I wasn't trying to build up for the arena. I wasn't trying to build up for Doom Tower. I was trying to build up for faction wars, so I put some pieces together. And for faction wars, you can use any piece that is not currently being used, right? So that's why I have her on. For the banner, like I said, I went for HP, so she cannot get nuked in one shot or something. So you can see her HP is kind of high for my defense also. I should have gone crit damage here, yes. So now that I'm no longer using her for faction wars, I can replace this with a crit damage. Do I even have that? Let's see if I can find one. I don't. So I can replace this with a crit damage, and our crit damage will even increase further to about 300% maybe, or 270 crit damage. So that's room for improvement right there for me. Crit rate 97%, crit damage 241 with some improvements to be made. Enough HP to not get one-shotted most of the time. Defense is kind of low. Attack is high because, hey, you know, she's a nuker, so I had to push up the attack a little bit. I think she's rocking an attack chest. For that attack to be that high, yes, she is rocking an attack chest because I want all the damage. I know I have a crit damage gauntlet right there. And I try to get crit damage in substats. You see 29% crit damage over there. And here I got attack also. So I built her with nuking abilities, nuking stats. So hopefully she gets the job done. And yes, she does get the job done. For Masteries, I went with, of course, this is a normal nuker. And this one has the ability to increase her, damage by 5% when she's with full HP. Remember when we got frozen, she counters. So I think then she's in full HP. I don't know by then whether she has lost 1 or 2 HP because of the freeze of Torment. No, it's our habitat freeze that freezes us. So she's still in full HP. So this is awesome. If you want her for the arena, most people have a shield. You might want to select this one, but no, I rather went for this one. This one increases damage inflicted to targets under shield buff by 25%. And most Torment teams usually have a shield buff or something. Usually have a shield buff there. And this increases our speed. I use this one for the faction wars. So I normally wouldn't select this skill for the arena. So that's her masteries that I went for. And she has an ability to counter attack on her A1 when she gets below 25% HP in one champion hit. I went for ignore defense. Has a 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense as my final mastery over there on the offense tree. So this is what I went for. If you need more crit damage, like you see, I don't need more crit damage. I could have gone for this one if I wanted more crit damage, 20% more crit damage. But I wasn't looking for more. I wanted to ignore some defense because, as you can see, when she counters, right, decreased defense is not out there yet. My Tyrell or what's his name now? My decreased defense champion, Stag Knight, has not taken a turn. She's just countering. So that's why I have her with that skill to decrease their defense a little bit, or 50% chance of decreasing their defense or ignoring their defense by 25%. So she can do more hits. I've seen her hit for 67k, 87k, but usually in the arena with all those champions with not decreased defense, I see normal hits is 30k, 40k, and most of those nukers don't go above 40k, 30k HP. So that's quite useful. And when I finish my build, I'm sure she's gonna hit for 50k consistently and above. So that's my masteries on Dark Elhain. I'm super excited about this champion because my main nuker, who I use all the time for every arena battle, is Bigon. And his total stats is looking like this. 247. They're literally the same. So he is chilling with 247 and 481. Then I got another nuker that can also match his energy. That's why I'm like, damn. And he can take on torment teams with habitats, but she can. So I now have an alternate teams to face the torment teams and not always shy away from them when I see them either in 3v3 and in the normal arena. So that's Dark Elhain. I don't know if we can find another team to put her to the test again and show what she can do. If you have any questions about this champion, don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. Let's see if we can find another torment team to torment. Torment teams to torment. I don't have any Doom Tower keys right now, else I would have gone to face those waves that always freeze us. We've already checked here. There was no torment teams. I still have my cooldown. As a free-to-play, I'm not going to use my gems to refresh, obviously. I'm not Raid's official content creator, so I can't spend gems for refreshes, unfortunately. But I was glad I was able to find that first battle so we can actually show what she does, and you saw it in slow motion in 1x speed when we got frozen and she counters. If you want to see it again, I'll maybe put it in the video. I'll just rewind to watch it. So that's Dark Elhain guide from me. A perfect counter for torment teams, but remember, this is not just for torment. Any champion that freezes your team, Ninja is also another champion that does that. When it does his AoE, it freezes your team. She is the perfect counter for Ninja teams also, because he doesn't nuke the entire wave, he just freezes. So if he does that, she counters. So that's a perfect combo for any champion you see with a freeze. Just bring her in. She's serve as your main nuker sometimes. I don't have mine in speed tuned to my habitat team, so I will not be using her in as my main nuker, but I'll use her whenever there's a freeze champion on the enemy team. So that's my champion guide. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know other places in this game that you might find that useful, and alternate builds. Maybe in the future I'll have to refine my build and maybe share your builds with me. All right guys, thank you for watching. Before you click out of this video, remember, just click a like, it's free. Hit the subscribe button, it's also perfectly free, 100%. That's a little way of supporting we content creators. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.
Don't freeze.
I never freeze.